Good afternoon, folks. Mike Wells, your World Explorer. Today we're going to be cutting some pen blanks, but our wood selection is pretty interesting. If you look here, you can see that there is a tremendous amount of fungal growth on the outside of these chunks of wood. I don't see a whole lot of bug intrusion, but my eyes could deceive me. I mean, maybe right there's some. But for the most part, this looks like garbage. Same thing here. Most folks would take this stuff and dispose of it or burn it or something. But I'm curious to see what the insides look like, because I can see the outside looks pretty rough and disgusting. So first we're going to start with safety glasses, and then I like to wear a earplug because my left ear is bad, so I only use one earplug for my good ear, and that's my right ear. Now, this saw has an 80 tooth carbide blade. It's a Diablo. They're kind of expensive, so look out. Okay, so here we are. I'm gonna get started with the smallest piece. Well, yeah, this is probably the smallest piece, but let's cut it and see what the inside looks like. Okay, so there's an example of what it will look like on the inside, but this is a side cut. I want to see a flat cut, which is perpendicular to the grain. However, it's thick enough now to where we can actually get some pen blanks out of it. There's more. There's some more. I'm going to go ahead and process all of this, and then we'll see what we have as an end result. Alright, so I've just cut into this one, and look at the heavy spalting in there. That looks like it's going to be really good. Fantastic. Wow. I like. Want 2.5 inches, about anything between 2.5 and 2.25 is going to be decent, so that's wide enough. Now we're going to go this way. That's pushing it. It's too close. I don't know how we did that, but so we'll have to go this way. We'll have to go that way. We'll get a few good blanks out of this. Just 2, actually. Let's take this and see what's inside. So there's the end. Not using this, but not a whole lot of spalting, I don't think. I mean, it looks like it was kicking off pretty heavily. Let's cut into it more, see what we get. Not a lot of spalting, but you can see the difference in colorations. So this wood was definitely going. If you look in there, there was a living termite or something. But these bugs, it was definitely starting to spalt heavily though. 5 inches, right? Now there you go. That side view is pretty amazing. So you can't see what it is on this side, but that quality is pretty nice. I like it. There's a lot of figuring in there, a lot of character. Very good. You wouldn't think either that this would have any type of spalt figuring or whatnot, but it certainly does. Just amazing. Look at this one. It's got some pitting from the bugs, but still something to work with. People consider this risky material, like, because it's weaker, it's, you know, it's kind of spongy in spots, but you can stabilize this. This is not hard. It's still pretty solid though, considering how much time it's been getting eaten up by fungi and termites. This is, we would take a different approach to this, but it looks good. See how flamey that looks? I really like that. It's really cool looking. Okay. Now we got the last big chunk. Let's see what we got here. I'm just going to take an end off. So that flaminess looks cool. Not bad. It's got a nice array of colors. Wow. The density in this one is really impressive. So good looking. There's so much figuring. Like, this was a small branch too, so how can there be so much figuring in the small outer branches? There is. Look at that. Lots of pretty pens coming, let me tell you. Now we'll see from this angle, see what we're working with. Not bad, eh? Not bad. Looks like we caught a branch there. Not bad. There's that branch again. Lots of amazing wood coming. Now I'm going to process all this down a lot smaller. You really don't want to hang around for that because it takes a long time. So I'll just fast forward through all that and show you the pen blanks. All right, we just finished chopping them all up and now we have our blanks. Let's go over these real slowly so you see how many different characteristics are in each blank. Very nice. Very happy with the return on these blanks. You invest a lot of time and energy into trying to produce a really amazing looking product, and that's what we have here. Every pen will look unique and different. There's no question. See these termite-eaten ones? I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure out a really interesting way to make those work. Usually I keep a much larger piece and then I vacuum epoxy it and with a pearlescent powder and stuff, but these ones I want to try something different. But you see all the characteristics inside of each blank, the waves, the figuring. Look at that one. That's crazy. Just can't go wrong with originality. Every piece is individual and original and unique. There's no way you're going to fail with that. All right, folks, we have here a pen blank from that spalted laurel oak. So you can see what happened after we milled away a bunch of the outside material. Not bad, huh? Not only do we have this one that we've kicked off and milled away and then sealed with super glue, we have this one too. This is going to be the grip side. This one has like a spalting flame running through it. Kind of really looks incredible in my opinion. And then it has a bunch of figuring right there, almost like burl. So we got really lucky on this one. We like to make these fatter heads because they capture more of the wood and the character within that wood. So we're going to go ahead and finish these off, and then I'll show you the finished product here in a good minute. Now there are several different techniques and methods for applying the super glue, so to speak, and getting a high gloss finish, but the method that we're using is just very, very simple. I'm going to mill this down just a bit and take off all those big lumpy looking spots. Now we're going to see some glossiness because those will be the low spots, but what I think I want to do this time around is I'm going to try something different, and I'm going to fill over those low spots because I want this the whole thing to have a high gloss finish. Now there are some folks out there that will tell you that you need to use like a special paper, apply the super glue and then rub it on there and do like 10 layers. That is going to take a tremendous amount of time. We want to expedite this process. Now there's another process that I'm going to be experimenting with soon, where I'll have a lathe mandrel like this with both of my pen pieces on the mandrel, and I'll have the mandrel turning at like 20 RPMs, so very slow amount of RPMs, extremely slow, and then I will apply a clear cast resin. That's what I would like to do, and then I'll cover it while it's on and kicking and just let it sit for a few hours. So right now we're just gonna go ahead and do the old tried and true technique that gives us pretty good results. Not exactly perfection, but pretty close. And maybe we're gonna take it a step further this time around. So I've got my 220 grit, and I'm gonna go ahead and sand the heck out of this. Alright, we just sanded it down a bit. Now you see those glossy patches? Those are low spots. I'm just gonna go ahead and fill those in, and then we're gonna get to turning this some more. Here's the other blank, and I get started milling it down. Alright, this thing is milled. Now we're just gonna reseal it. First I'm gonna buff it off and then go ahead. Alright, while that other one's kicking, we've got this one. We're gonna go ahead and pop it back on the mandrel and sand it down a little bit and see if we can bring this thing to a nice polish. Now I'm gonna switch to the 600 grit. Ooh. Here we are after 600 grit. Doesn't look bad. No, though, we got these lines that go this way. I'm gonna have to resolve that. So I'm gonna take this and just run it sideways like this. Try to resolve that banding. Alright, so now we've gotten rid of most of that banding. I still see some right there. I don't know if you can tell. Now you really see it. Man, that's a real trick to get rid of that stuff. So we'll just keep milling it with the 600 until we can get rid of it. Now that we see those bands are gone, I'm gonna move over to the 1000 grit. Looks like that right there. Let's see what we got here. Okay, that's not looking bad at all. Looks pretty dang good. You know, though, when I start this new technique, it's not going to be today, but in the near future, I hope that it brings more of a uniform coloration. Like you see this, it's mostly uniform. That's what this seems to be lacking right here, so we'll see. Now I'm going to switch over to 1500 grit. Alright, let's go ahead and buff it. Starting to see a lot greater shine on that. See that? But you can see the shine here strong, but not there. See, I don't want that. I don't want that patchy shine. I want full luster on the full thing, the whole thing. So anyhow, now I'm going to switch to a 2500 grit. Here's the 2500. Doesn't look like much, but it'll really get the polish going. Alright, that's really starting to shine now, so that's good. I really do believe that this could be better, but it's going to take a lot more time to make it better, and I don't have the correct tools yet to make this better, but when I do, we're going to learn together how to make this better. Now I'm working with the polishing grit, the first one. I think it's like 6000 or something like that. Alright, it's really looking pretty good now. Just want to put one more polish grit on it. I think it's like 10,000 or 12,000, one or the other. So we'll get that knocked out, and then we'll do the next pen blank. All right, we just finished, and this thing is looking pretty shiny. So I'm happy with the results that I'm looking at right here. So maybe it's not so bad after all. So let's go switch over to the other one. All right, we'll begin this process again, and I'll show you the end result. This thing looks really good. I'm hoping it still has all this color when I'm done. Look at that, huh? That's looking pretty good. I still see some lines in there. I think those could be buffed out. But the polish is real fine. This looks really nice. It came out well. You see the swirls in there, the figuring, heavy figuring, and then you see the flame of the spalting. I mean, that just so unique. So I'm gonna finish this off real quick, and then maybe we can put a pen together today. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead. We have a copper pen kit. It's copper colored, and it's plain. It doesn't have the black strip on the clip side. So this pen is probably going to look good, I hope. I know the front side right here looks amazing. That thing is just so fantastic. And at the end of putting this together, I'm going to put it up on eBay too for $100, because if it doesn't sell for $100, it doesn't bother me. I'm only going to accept $100 or better for these products, because it takes a tremendous amount of time and energy and money to make this happen. So $100 is the minimum I'm willing to accept for these. Otherwise, I just want to keep them in my collection, and I'm okay with that. I don't need money for these, but if I'm going to accept money, it's going to be $100 or more. So we're putting this through the press, the pen press, and you see I put all that plastic bag over the tip. It's because I don't want to damage the metal here. So now I just put another spacer in there. And I'm going to do this lightly. I'm not going to go too hard. I don't want to accidentally damage the wood. And that's it. Just tight. Now, drop it like 3 back, and we'll place the barrel in. Now, with this barrel straightened out, you gotta go all the way to that line right there up against. Boom. Now, with the barrel ready to go, we can just slide this in here. That's the ink. There it is. We fixed it. It's a pretty pen, not bad at all. But that tip, huh? It's really nice. So now we'll go ahead and assemble this side here. Let's see, which way do we want to have this? Like this, or like this? Probably like that. That's seems to be the way it's going to work. So we'll take this, pop it right there. Right there. That looks good. Pop it on there. Pop it right there. Maybe I'll put a buffer here. I don't know how much that's going to help, but we will find out. Now we're going to go ahead and press. till it's tight, and then we're good to go on that. Not very hard, not very difficult at all. But this one looks good too. I like how that is up there and how it like flames down that way. That just looks cool to me. This is a good pen. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Let's go ahead and this is the final together. Boop. And there we have it, folks. Very amazing looking pen. I'm very happy with how this turned out. And again, it'll be on eBay for $100 if you really want it. If not, that doesn't hurt my feelings. $100 is a lot to part with for a pen, but this isn't just any pen. This is a special pen, and it took a long time to make. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That helps the channel grow. And stay tuned if you want to see a lot more pens being made. Have a great day.